Hello, my name is Owen Rigg. I go to Southeastern Junior Senior High School. I'm in 8th grade, and this is my second year in Science Club.
Hi, my name is Jarrett and Beck. I am in 8th grade. I go to Southeastern Junior Senior High School, and this is my second year in Science Club. The title of our project is Times Up with RoundUp, the effect of RoundUp on planaria mortality and regeneration.
Recent studies indicate that the popular herbicide Roundup and other herbicides contain glyphosate and can potentially be harmful to humans and other living organisms. So the purpose of this scientific investigation is to determine if Roundup has a negative effect on the aquatic organism Planaria, and variations of concentrations of Roundup will be compared in the mortality and the regeneration of the Planaria and will be measured over time.
Based on research indicating that Roundup can have a negative impact on non-target organisms, it is predicted that as the concentration of Roundup increases, the mortality rate will increase and the regeneration rate will decrease. It is also predicted that as the concentration of spring water, which is our control, will have the lowest mortality rate and the highest rate of regeneration.
We first gathered our materials and purchased the Roundup weed and grass killer. We labeled 4 flasks with the following test scores: 1/100, 1/1000, 1/10,000, 1/100,000. We prepared all the concentrations and stored in the flask and covered them with parafilm. We purchased our planaria, and then we used a microscope and a straight edge razor to cut the planaria down the middle between the head and the tail, and we put 3 in each concentration. And then every other day for 16 days we counted the number of live organisms, and then every other day for 16 days we counted the number of fully regenerated planaria and recorded the results. We used the above procedures and conducted 3 trials. We averaged and graphed the results using Microsoft Excel and calculated the standard deviation.
The independent variable, which was the thing that we changed, was the concentration of Roundup. We had our control, which is spring water. We had our 1/100,000, 1/10,000, 1/1000, 1/100. We had a dependent variable, which was the thing that we measured, was the mortality rate and the rate of regeneration. And then the controlled variable, which is the thing that we kept consistent, was the testing environment, the lighting, temperature, the planaria type, which is Dugesa tigrina, and aeration schedule.
For our results, this graph shows the effect of Roundup on planaria mortality. For the y-axis, it shows the number of planaria alive, and the x-axis is the reading days. We have all the way up to 16 days. 1/100 is not on the graph because all of the planaria in the 1/100 died, and there wasn't a slight difference in the results from 1/100,000, 10,000, and 1,000. And then the second graph shows the effect of Roundup on planaria regeneration. It has the average number of planaria regenerated in the reading days. The planaria did not fully regenerate until day 14, and then the 1/100 was still not on the board because they all had died. And there was a slight variation with the 1/10,000 and 1/100,000 compared to the controlled water.
It was predicted that as the concentration of Roundup increased, the mortality rate will increase and the rate of regeneration will decrease. It was also predicted that as the planaria living in the control spring water would have the lowest mortality rate and the highest rate of regeneration. After conducting 4 trials, our hypothesis was correct.
Great effort was made to conduct the experiment in a controlled manner. However, some variations occurred in the results. We had no control over the health of the planaria, and they were cut in the same technique. However, we might have cut them a little bit off to one side, and but overall the standard deviation indicates consistency in the results.